I'm a big fan of multiplayer PvP games in VR, and this is the love child that Overwatch and Valorant could have had while fooling around in the cold room at the comic book store. Now, for some reason, the developers decided to sponsor this video too, so thank you for that. My dog Milo is also really enjoying his new treats. High five. But as always, I'm spilling all the beans and letting you decide if you want to have a taste.
What did he say?
That was kind of weird. Anyway, let's talk about Brazen Blaze, a game which has been free to play while in open beta for the past few months. If you got a chance to get your hands dirty during this time, then please leave a comment below with your impressions right now. I want to see how many of you have had a similar experience to mine. So it's a 3 vs 3 multiplayer game where your goal is to smack your opponents to the other side of the galaxy. Well, kinda, there's quite a bit more to it than that, but I'll get to everything else in a minute. You'll get to choose from a roster of runners, or basically heroes, each with unique abilities, weapons and ultimates. And yes, there's ultimates, and they are absolutely badass, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. During the open beta, there were 5 heroes to choose from, with 2 more coming on launch day, which is today, by the way, if you're watching this on the day I posted. So let's quickly describe each runner in 5 words or less. First up, Riot, machine gun lady with healing. I absolutely love playing her, she's one of my favorites. Oh, by the way, all the characters have big bad gauntlets on their hands for dashing and punching. Next is Legacy, or as I like to call him, annoying shield bashing dude. He's fun to play, but not so fun to fight when he's on the enemy side. Then we have Velvet, or badass photon sword Beyonce, and I think she's my absolute favorite out of the 5 characters I've tried in the open beta. She has range, crazy damage, slight knockback when hitting your target, so she's right up my alley. And the character design is not bad. That is a gorgeous piece of graphic design there. Anyway, our next hero is Skybolt, size does matter rifle girl. She has a big, long-range rifle that is definitely way too big for her, but my god is she a blast to play as. Her secondary skill is basically a UAV that lets you see your enemies through walls, so combine that with long range and yeah. Try all you want to hide your kids and run away, but she'll still get you. Finally, in the initial roster of runners I could try during the beta, Sunshine, or the tiny-headed bomb robot. He's got these cute little bombs that wreak havoc on the battlefield, and his ultimate is pretty much a kamikaze, so if you see him activated, just run as fast as you can. The 2 new heroes added on launch day are Levin, wannabe electric Wolverine bro, which I've gotta say I'm really excited to try because he looks incredible. And I'm probably playing as him right now as you're watching this. And then we also have Chill Out, Robin Hood and Elsa's baby. Probably. He has a bow as his main weapon, but not any bow, but one that can freeze enemies, as well as 3 homing icicles as his secondary skill. As you can see, these 7 heroes are all very different to one another, and I'm sure the devs are gonna add more in the future. Or at least I really hope so, because the game has a ton of promise. Okay, so heroes are cool and all of that, but what about maps? Well, besides the maps that you've seen in all of the footage so far, they're actually adding New York and Paris at launch, and both look great. All the buildings are destructible, which means trying to hide is just a matter of time before you're found. The environments are colorful and sufficiently detailed, though let's be honest, you'll have more important things to worry about while playing. The game also features a mechanic that forces players together as time goes by in the game. So don't be stupid like me, and if you see the floor start glowing and shaking, don't just stand there like an idiot looking at it, or you'll fall into oblivion along with your dignity. Talking about mechanics, there are quite a few here, but they've done a really good job in making them feel intuitive. This is exactly the type of game I enjoy, which has easy to grasp but hard to master controls. You can basically dash using the trigger and make a fist and punch using the grip. Also, the same buttons allow you to grab and shoot or charge weapons and grenades. For your secondary, you just turn your palm up and activate when it's ready. And finally, when your gauntlets are glowing, just bump your fist together to activate your ultimate. Besides your own equipment, you'll find assist items dropping on the map, so just punch them to get a random quirky item to help you in battle. It can be anything from an umbrella that allows you to glide down slowly up to a full-on rocket. There's also a training level you can access from the main lobby area in the game to practice all of this, but you'll probably learn your abilities and the other ones quicker while actually playing. For the multiplayer modes, you can choose between a classic mode where your team goes against another team and whoever wins 2 rounds out of 3 wins the match. Or go for a mode that gives each team 5 lives, so when one of you is gone, you revive. Whoever runs out first loses. Moving on to the graphics and art style, I'm not normally super picky as long as the game is fun. The game looks great on both Quest and PC VR, which is the footage you've been seeing on the screen so far. It's colorful and detailed, but still keeps that comic book anime vibe, which I've been really enjoying. The launch of the game will come with a graphics overhaul, so I don't want to spend too much time on this section since it's likely that the lighting and shading will look much better than in these recordings. Though, honestly, I'd have been fine if they left it as it is. So Brazen Blaze is launching today, July 18th, 2024 for only $15 on both Steam VR and Quest, which I think is such a good decision and price point on their side. Could they have charged a bit more? Probably, yeah. But this is the type of game that needs a big player base to make it. And with over 10,000 people in the open beta already and a more than decent launch price, I truly hope a lot of people are gonna pick it up. In my opinion, it's a must-have game if you're into this genre, and I'm not getting any commission for saying this, so it's totally up to you if you want to get it or not. Let me know in the comments what you think of it and if you plan to get it. And if you have any questions, you already know I reply to all my comments, so go ahead and ask me below. Links to the game are in the description and the pinned comments, so hopefully I'll see you in New York or Paris. So keep an eye out for the wannabe electric Wolverine bro, cause I'm coming for you. See you soon, guys. Cheers.
Boom. Come on, punch him. Okay.